If you're a conscientious tech user in current year, you probably take your data security seriously. Strong passwords, two-factor authentication, being careful what networks you log into. But at some point, you have to do business with other companies, and your data ends up in their hands. So what should happen when those companies drop the ball? It takes some work keeping up with your security, but what doesn't take much work is keeping up with all the awesome work here on reviews.org. All you need to do is click those subscribe options underneath this video. I'm gonna put the call to action out right now at the top of this video. What needs to happen to companies after massive data breaches? Drop us some comments down below. This issue is extremely complex, and trying to boil it down can be a bit maddening. Last week, we started digging into the news that T-Mobile suffered a data breach, and roughly 50 million current and former T-Mobile subscribers may have been affected to some degree. In response, T-Mobile is offering 2 years of McAfee identity protection, and they're also activating an additional check for folks logging into their accounts. A press release and a webpage went up last Wednesday detailing additional info from the company and some additional resources for folks who might be concerned their identities could have been stolen. Some helpful tips and tricks like ways to run a credit check or activate a fraud alert and freeze with the various credit agencies. And we'll definitely link that down below for anyone concerned. However, many T-Mobile subscribers felt that was insufficient, and there's already class action lawsuit in the works. This stuff gets really messy. I was the victim of identity theft about 8 years ago, and I still have to deal with that today with the FTC and IRS. It's not fun. Large corporations are increasingly finding themselves the targets of these attacks. That data is very valuable, and those attacks are increasingly sophisticated. The amount of money and effort involved, realistically, it's not an issue of if their security fails, but when. That's not to excuse any corporations though. There still needs to be some compensation for affected customers. This stuff can be hugely disruptive to your quality of life. And that's where we get stuck. What combination of incentives and punishments should be employed to keep companies maximizing their efforts for cybersecurity? It's a little bit carrot and a little bit stick. Because in the world of broadband and cell phones, this isn't just a T-Mobile issue. We're also seeing something of a showdown between AT&T and a hacker claiming to have info on 70 million AT&T subscribers, which is turning into a strange semantic battle where AT&T is claiming the data didn't come directly off of one of their servers. But if the data is legit, I don't think those subscribers affected are going to care much exactly where the last data transfer took place. This is on the heels of a data breach at technology manufacturer Gigabyte and a massive security hole which was found at Ford. As consumers, we can take every precaution available to us to protect our data. But what should we do when a company drops the ball? I look forward to your comments. I'm hoping we get some good conversation on this one. I want to try and turn this into a follow-up video with what you have to say. As always, thanks so much for watching, sharing, subscribing. We've got a whole team here shooting videos and writing articles on consumer tech and broadband. So give us a follow around the social media. It's fun stuff, and we occasionally give things away. For reviews.org, I'm Juan Carlos Bagnell, aka Some Gadget Guy, and I'll catch you all on the next video.